response to allegations of irregularities and unfair practices in the NEET undergraduate 2024 exams, the centre informed the Supreme Court that it would invalidate the scorecards of around 1,563 candidates who were mistakenly awarded grace marks due to issues such as wrong question or administrative faults. These candidates now have the choice to opt for a retest scheduled for June 23rd, with results to be announced on the 30th of June. If they opt out of the retest, their previous scores will stand without their grace marks. Well, the decision follows protests and legal challenges across several high courts and the Supreme Court regarding alleged question paper leaks and discrepancies in marking. The government emphasized the need to uphold the integrity of the medical entrance exams, crucial for selecting competent professionals in healthcare. Despite the controversy, the Supreme Court affirmed that counselling for admissions into medical courses will proceed as was planned, starting from the 6th of July, ensuring minimal disruption to the admission process. Ashish Sinha, my colleague, is joining us at this point in time to give us more details about this. Ashish, I hope you can hear me. All right, Ashish, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Ashish, of course, the centre folding, saying that students who were given these grace marks can and will appear for a re-examination on the 23rd. If they don't, then their previous scores will be considered without grace marks.
Yes, of course. This was the report which is made by the committee, which was constituted by the NTA. And in its recommendation, committee said that the 1520 grace mark, which was given to these students, should be set aside. And Supreme Court yesterday put on record on all these submissions made by the NTA and Supreme Court, and that means that on 23rd of June, again the examination will be held for these 1,563 students. The main important thing is that today two hearing is going to take place regarding the NEET UG 2024 before the top court of the country. The first one, which is filed by one of the students who seeks a CBI investigation in this case. The second, which has been filed by NTA, seeking transfer of all the cases which is pending in the 7 different high courts of the country to Supreme Court. NTA clearly says that the Supreme Court should hear all these cases. So it remains to be seen whether Supreme Court agreed to transfer all the cases which is pending in the different high courts of the country, and the Supreme Court will hear all these batch of petitions on 8th of July.
All right. Ashish, appreciate you joining us. Sajid Siddiqui, a NEET aspirant, is also with us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Sajid, if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Sajid, are you content with this resolution that the NTA has provided, that the people who were given grace marks for a wrong question will have to reappear, and if they don't, their grace marks will be scrapped?
Sir, firstly, I would like to add one point. NTA have a reference of 2018 Supreme Court decision, in which they are saying that by the order of Supreme Court, they have given the grace mark. But when you look into the decision of the Supreme Court, it is clearly mentioned that this grace mark should be given other than medical and engineering exam. If it is clearly mentioned that this grace mark should be given other than medical and engineering exam, how can you give and apply this on NEET exam itself?
Right, that's a valid question you have, but in a sense you're saying, Sajid, that you're not really satisfied with this resolution, is it?
Yes, sir. I'm not really satisfied what is going on.
What do you think, is a learning from this entire exercise, and why do you think that the NTA, fumbled up with an exam which is so critical and crucial in nature?
सर, जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि नीट द्वारा एक डॉक्टर्स बनाए जाते हैं, और अगर इसके साथ हम थोड़ा बहुत भी छेड़छाड़ कर जाएं तो हम एक फ्यूचर के साथ छेड़छाड़ कर रहे हैं. तो गवर्नमेंट को और एनटीओ को इसके ऊपर पूरा एक्शन लेना चाहिए, sudden एकदम 40-45 number cutoff increase होना, it's not a joke. There is something happening behind the back, which is no one is noticing that, because sudden jump of 40 and 45 number is not a joke at all. There has been some paper leak. Instead of paper leak, there are some grace marking system also. So that's why the cutoff has sudden increase 40 to 45 marks. So I think government should take a strict decision, and Supreme Court is with us, and hope for the best.
Sajid, stay with us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.